I mean, I'm gonna use the podcast. Oh, damn it! To convince me to
Mark,
go. That's fair. You know what?
Marcus,
Fuck.
Marcus, Marcus was just
Damn it.
about to open up his heart, and I said, "Bro, hold on, let's just start recording." I'm a bad friend, but a great podcaster, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think that's how it
Yeah,
works,
I
man.
think so. I'll take it.
I think that no, this is valuable game, man, because it's definitely gonna, hold me accountable for wanting to go. Because I said it, I got it on the board. Go to more open mics, get
Mm-hmm.
your ass up and do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's always that feeling in your chest, like maybe I shouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? The homebody in me just like go to work, come home and fuck around and do the mailbag. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah. We could do the mailbag. We don't even have to do the mailbag this week. If it's between the mailbag and the open mic, I'm choosing open mic. Like so much so, I'm not even gonna be available Thursday. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I'm
oh
busy.
my god,
I'm
damn
busy.
it!
Hold on, before we go any further, man. Welcome to the Polytickin podcast Patreon episode number 25. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let's
We
go.
are we are back, and we have we started off the what would you call it, pre-production, I guess, before
The
the
pregame.
episode. The
Oh, the
pre
pregame huddle. The
Yeah, the
pregame
pregame huddle.
huddle.
We started it off with like, dang, we don't have a lot of topics. And then as soon as we start talking, we just found him. We
Yeah, we
found him.
just poop them out. We poop them out at this point. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like I don't know, man. We fart
So
them out.
so now that we're here, brand
Mm-hmm.
new episode, my brother. Let's just go ahead. Let's start it off. How are you
Okay.
doing? How are you doing? What's your catch up
Um,
story?
I'm I'm okay, man. Just feeling that, like I said, this feeling of like don't fucking go. Like that feeling in your head that's telling you to like don't even fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? The
Explain to
feeling
them. Explain to them what you're talking about. They don't
a
know.
lot like especially like something like going up on stage and having to perform. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
they don't even know what we're talking about. You got to explain
Ah,
to them
okay,
what's.
sorry. Yeah, you're right, right. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I just assumed. All right, sorry. So, this Thursday is
Mm-hmm.
going to be the third open mic hosted by the Sanctuary by
Mm-hmm.
Nicola J and Nina Sosafina. This will be their third open mic. I think they're going to make this a monthly thing now, which I'm glad they are.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be at the same venue as it was last month over in close to downtown Long Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and this is going to be a 90s theme party because it's celebrating
Oh,
it's celebrating Nicola J's b-day, so it's gonna
okay.
be it's gonna be an event. There's
You
DJ
gotta
he's
be there.
You know what I'm saying? And now that I keep saying it out loud, I'm like, you know what? Why the fuck do you feel embarrassed? Get your ass up over there. Go, you fucking idiot. But it's a 90s themed birthday party for Nick. DJ AD gonna be spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's gonna be hella performances and special performances over there. I don't know
Oh.
who the fuck else is on the bill, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, you should definitely go. But
Mm-hmm.
it was just this feeling in my stomach where like it's gonna be the second time again. I go
Mm-hmm.
over there just wanting to just chill and check out the performances. And then Nina's gonna come and bang on me and be like, hey, you better get your ass up on that stage, you fucking guy. What are you doing here, bro? Um, so it was just that feeling again where I don't want to do it like the second performance, but that's something that I shouldn't let hang over my head like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
especially after all the encouraging words from you, from your uncle, from other people in our lives that have been like, you know what, that was great, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing your thing, and that shit happens. So I'm just like, it's that feeling of impending doom that
Yeah,
goes away as soon as you get the fuck up and go. You know what
for
I'm
real.
saying? And like
And
that's all it really takes is just getting up and going.
that feeling of like nervousness, like the anticipation that builds, it has it pales in comparison to the feeling afterwards of fulfillment of
Mm-hmm.
just being, I don't know, it's just like another level of
Yeah.
euphoria, I guess.
Mm.
Just going up, like I ain't gonna lie, like as soon as you done and you sit down and then you like back and then your face is kind of red and
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of like, oh, what did I do? But then afterwards, when people come up to you and say, oh man, dope, you did a great job
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, as soon as you realize people was messing with you, then it's just like it's a different kind of feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I've done it, and I've had other experiences in life, but I don't think anything equates to it. And it's not to say
Right.
that I'm like I want to perform everywhere, but I do
Mm-hmm.
know as soon as I get nervous, I'm like, man, that feeling afterwards is it outweighs the the feelings before, you know.
Yeah.
So nah, bro, you have to go. You have to.
Yeah.
You just got to, man.
Man. I know, man. I
And you
know.
and you
And I
have
keep
and you have to practice. Like practice
Yeah.
tonight, practice tomorrow after you get off work, and practice Thursday during work or something. You know, just literally, bro, just 30 minutes. Just look in the mirror and say and rap the same thing. Look at the way you walking, the way you commanding the stage, and the way you holding the mic. Just look at it. Like it's just you. I remember one time I was practicing and my dad walked in while I was over there, and I was like, "Dad's like," I turned around, I looked, I said, "Oh, what's up? What's it?" He's like, "Can you turn it down? I'm trying to sleep." I said, "Damn, my fault. I didn't know you. I didn't know you could hear the music from over here."
Get out the room, Dad. I'm practicing. I have a performance on Thursday. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, man. If not just at home, I could just practice at work. How about I just rap my verse at my fucking coworkers? You know what I'm saying?
Why
Just
not?
disrupt the entire thing.
Why not?
Just be in their fucking face like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So no, I'm definitely gonna go.
Yeah, you have
It's
to.
just I have to, I think it's just that feeling of like the unknown, like I don't know how it's gonna go. And
Yeah.
I don't want it to end up like the second performance. But I mean, that could be just another reason to be like, you know what? You don't know how it's gonna go. It might go great. Fucking guy, get your ass up there and go.
You know that
Dummy.
piece of advice that everyone gives. They're like, don't look at things happening to you. You gotta look at them as happening for you.
Mm,
You know? So you gotta
mm,
don't look at it like a consequence, look at it like an opportunity.
yeah.
So I think if you change your perspective a little bit, you'll be like, it was days where I wanted to be expressive and I couldn't be expressive. And now they're putting it on a platform and all it costs is
Man.
gas to go there, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And yeah, so yeah, but
Yeah, I
you
gotta
have
change.
you're
I
going.
know.
We're not
Yeah, I'm
doing
going.
mailbag.
All right.
We might
Fine.
we might do it Friday, maybe. But Patreon members, y'all are hearing it first. If y'all don't
Yeah.
get nothing on Saturday morning, we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right then. I'm definitely gonna go then. God damn. I was thinking of my fit too for the thing. I think I'm gonna just get some overalls, bro.
Oh,
Easy 90s.
overalls.
Yeah, get some
Oh,
overalls.
for the 90. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
90s theme. Yeah, that's so
Oh, okay.
people try to splurge on fucking hell no on vintage shit. It's like, bro, just get some overalls, you'll be fine.
Marcus about to walk in there looking like Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
What? Don't Jack go in there looking like Mario, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, shit. Now you gonna have one. You're not gonna have one hanging off.
Oh
No
yeah, I'm gonna
shirt.
have one hanging off.
No
Yeah,
shirt
definitely. Oh
underneath.
no, I'm gonna go with the shirt. I got a
Oh,
white
okay,
shirt.
okay,
Yeah, looking like Chance, bro. About to fucking, fucking go like some
okay.
ah, 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 ah. Like, bruh, Chance, knock it off and put your fucking overalls on, bruh.
Why
Kanye yelled
was
at your dumb ass.
why was Chance yelling like that on acid rap, bro?
And that shit was hard. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was so hard, bro. Acid rap is great.
It really is. 10
Yeah,
Day
that
was a
album was
little
great.
it was a little screamo. It was a little lot,
Yeah,
but I
it
love
was a
that.
little lot.
It
A little bit a lot. You know
was
what
a
I'm
little lot, you know what I'm saying?
saying?
You know what's crazy though? We talking about music. You know what's crazy? You know what I was
Hmm,
listening to on the radio? I was driving around and it came on the radio yesterday, the other day, and it was the first time that I actually listened to this song, and it's an old song.
okay.
Um, Baby Got Back. I wrote this in the notes that Baby Got Back is an activism anthem and a women empowerment theme song.
Okay, break
and,
that down to
and
us, bro. Let
I
us
don't,
know.
before I break it down, what did you think when you seen that in the notes?
Well, I just thought I don't know if I can jump on this train yet, but I'm
Yeah.
sure the USO has a great point to make me want to jump on it because god damn it, I will back any fucking reason to listen to this fucking song. You know what I'm saying?
I freaking wish I had the lyrics. I wish I could pull up the lyrics. I can't. I don't have nothing on me. But
So it wasn't the lyrics that got you to this point.
it was the
What was it?
lyrics. It was the lyrics.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bro, that whole song. And first of all, you gotta remember it came out way back in the I think that was 90s, maybe 80s, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And that song came out in a time where like Eurocentric beauty standards were the norm, right? And everybody was what you laughing at? What you,
Okay, chill
wait,
the
what,
fuck
what are
out.
you talking about? I'm trying to set the
Fucking Dr. Phil. Yeah, I know. You're not
I'm
wrong,
trying
bro.
to
I
set
know
the
you're not wrong.
tone.
Just talking
I'm trying to set the tone.
the
We
Eurocentric, this is so flat. The
we have to
Eurocentric beauty standards.
we have to understand that back in the
Yeah.
days, right? If a girl like
Mm-hmm.
Kim Kardashian now was there back in the days, the way that she looked now after all this surgery, they would look at
Mm-hmm.
her in disgust, right?
Yeah. Like, you're fat.
Yeah. And so in a
Mm-hmm.
time where everybody was a size 2 and you had to be teeny tiny to be looked at as beautiful, friggin'
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? I don't know. Tone Loc is Wild Thing. Who sings Baby Got Back? I don't
Oh,
know.
I think it is Tone Loc.
Nah, Tone Loc got the raspy voice.
Um, Sir
I don't.
Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, there we go. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir
In
Mix-a-Lot.
a time where everybody that was looked at as beautiful, centerfold
Mm-hmm.
worthy, was a teeny tiny whatever, he came out with an anthem saying, "We don't want none of that. We
For
want
real.
big buns, hun." Like,
Yeah.
so I was listening to the song, and he's like talking about, nah, the Playboy stuff. We don't care about y'all. All you little, the little white women. We don't care about y'all. We want the
Mm-hmm.
thick, black, juicy women. And I was
Right.
like, I was listening to it, and I was like, hold on, this is very empowering. This was probably
Yeah.
very empowering for women back in the day.
Yeah. Now that like when you think about it, like big booties weren't in style until like relatively recently, bruh.
Until his song.
Yeah, until his song. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I really
Well,
think
because I'm thinking about it from mine. I'm just like, how long have I liked big butts, bruh? I was after Sir Mix-a-Lot, before my time, but I like big buns, hun. You know what I'm saying? I like big buns for a long time.
I'm just, bruh. So literally, I was in the car, like, just, I don't know what you would call it, having a eureka moment. Like, wait, what?
He had an
Is it that?
epiphany,
Yeah,
bro.
epiphany.
Had
Yeah,
an
there you go.
epiphany about Sir Mix-a-Lot,
Like,
bruh.
Sir Mix-a-Lot do not get enough credit. I'm gonna say this right now. He single-handedly changed the
Hey,
landscape of beauty.
man,
Yeah.
that's a bold claim. That is a huge claim, bro.
Imagine if
But
imagine if somebody today came out with a song that said, "Show me them gap tooth buck teeth women." Like, that's what it's like.
give me
We
some
would
of that
look
pancake ass.
like, it would be crazy. It would be
Yeah, bro.
crazy. But it
Yeah,
would but he that's what he did. He
yeah,
came in, he challenged the social norms, and coincidentally, look at where we're at now. You got
yeah.
all these people that was born without no figure whatsoever, because for
Right.
generations they're like, oh, we better make our daughters small, slim, small waist, small legs, and
You know what I'm saying?
dainty ankles and whatever, and they're gonna be beautiful. And all of a sudden, all that generational perfecting that y'all was doing in Europe, y'all got switched around, and now y'all
Yeah.
stuck with Dr. Botched trying to
For real, looking like
trying
a
to
Ken doll and shit. Looking like fucking Barbie dolls, looking gross.
Bro, isn't that
Bruh.
I just think it's so crazy. Like, I was literally in the car, like, this is kind of dumb. Yo,
This is kind of dope.
and
hey, hey, there's so much historical. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of history in this song, bruh.
bro,
This is kind of dope, yo. Shut the fuck up, bro.
bro, I swear to you, I've heard that song hundreds of times, and I've never looked at it the way I looked at it that day. And after that, I was like, yo, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yo, yo, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, for real, man. He brought a trend that's like huge in the hood, right, to the forefront, and now look where we at now. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Hip
look at
hop
where,
is at the, you know what I'm saying? It's
dog.
everywhere.
Sir Mix-a-Lot. You're welcome. You know?
Hey man, Sir Mix-a-Lot is now a feminist icon. You heard it here.
He needs to be. I don't know. I don't know if they, you know, if he's heralded like that. Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a thing, but he needs to be. He needs to be. It's it's very vital that we get him on these women empowerment stages, because I feel like I'm the only one who noticed, hey, this is a big deal.
Sefa has made a huge breakthrough, okay? We have to record this. It's fucking September 19th here on the Polytickin podcast Patreon. You heard it here first, okay? He is a feminist icon, all right? And we need to spread the word, bro. We need to spread the word.
That I just,
You're
I've never,
fool, bro.
I'm being dead serious. That's the funniest part. Like, you laughing, but I'm for real. Like, straight face. I'm for real.
Hey, this is kind of dope.
Yeah, this song from 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, bro.
This
It's
is the
like
most uplifting song I've heard in years, bro.
It
This is
reminds me
very
of-
empowering.
it reminds me when I like heard Nirvana for the first time.
Holy shit. I didn't know you had that feeling about Nirvana too.
No, I didn't, but it was Incubus, but still, you know, trying to make it universal. Incubus is a little my
I know everybody loved Nirvana. I'm just like, Smell Like Teen Spirit is cool. But I didn't know there was that revolutionary.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you made my
Oh
alarm
my
go off,
god,
bro.
we figured it out, man.
Hold up, bro.
They found him.
Hold on, just keep going, because this is ridiculous. Ask your nigga.
This is ridiculous, bro.
Hold on, I'm gonna cut
It's
my.
finally not me with a ridiculous proposition
Hold on.
about the world.
Hold on, since I got my phone in my hand, let me just look at these lyrics real quick.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, we have to hear this now, man. We have to hear exactly. I wonder what the words were exactly.
Let me see. Wait, where did? And look, this one got 3:16.
Oh yeah, he was rapping.
Hold up.
Don't want none unless you got buns. Huh?
Look at this. Look at this. So Cosmo
Wow.
says you're fat. Well, I ain't down with that, because your waist is small and your curves are kicking. And I'm thinking about. Wait, what? and I'm thinking about sticking to the bean pole dames in the magazines. You ain't it, Miss Thing. Give me a sister. I can't resist her. Red beans and rice don't miss her.
Hey, if that doesn't convince you otherwise, bro, okay, you better get on the train right now, because Sir Mix-a-Lot had everybody's back, all right? Because baby got back and he loved it. Okay?
So your girlfriend rolls in a Honda playing workout tapes by Fonda, but Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. Come on, bro.
Hey,
come on,
hey,
bro.
He was gassing. Hey, Sir Mix-a-Lot was gassing. All right.
I challenge
Look, ladies.
I challenge y'all to listen to that song again and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have to spread the word, man. We have to let them know that Sir Mix-a-Lot has been, you know, he's been a feminist icon since the early 80s or the late 80s, early 90s.
I don't know.
Right, we gotta let them all know. What?
I don't know when exactly he came and changed the world, but
Yeah. Oh, we have to figure that out right now.
Oh man, shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot, shout out to Baby Got Back, shout out to all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question for the next time.
Oh, okay, yeah. So when we were having our pregame huddle, this fool Sefa told me he was telling me a story of this viral moment that Black Twitter brought up about the man who kept
kid. He was a kid.
Putting up kid. It was a kid. Kept putting up questions on Instagram, but he was answering them in reverse, so it looked like he was asking himself and answering his own questions.
Yeah,
and he did 12 posts of that, and Black Twitter made it a huge deal. And when he was telling me that story, I felt like I just wanted to crawl into my body because I felt super, a lot of secondhand embarrassment for the kid.
You be doing that,
but then I look at Sefa. Yeah, I swear to God, I don't.
You be crawling everywhere, like.
Yeah, straight into my body 9 times out of 10. I swear to God. Like I get super secondhand embarrassment really quick. But you was telling that story with a smile on your face, fucking just laughing at this kid's misery. So I was just like, damn, bro, like what is your level of cringe? Like what is it that makes you feel like secondhand embarrassment? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's a lot of things like obviously the things that I've done make me feel fucking cringy and shit, you know, the old posts on Facebook, old tweets,
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But like when it comes from like other people and like awkward social interactions, like my first instinct is to laugh too, because that's how I'm just like, oh, this is bad. Oh no, and then I start laughing at the awkwardness of it. Like, but it takes like something big for me to walk away from it. Like I'd like turn my head and be like, I can't watch this anymore. This feels gross. I feel gross for being in this interaction right now,
Like,
or at least seeing it from a distance.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I kind of thrive off of that energy.
Yo, he's the Joker, bro.
Like,
Some people just want to watch the world burn. It's this guy, bro.
like
you found him.
Because you said second. So what's a situation? Like, can you describe to me a situation that you've experienced where you're like you secondhand? Because the idea of secondhand embarrassment, I don't really understand it. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I could tell you're embarrassed, but I
I
never.
think it's mainly like a feeling of if you're putting yourself in that situation and how you would feel. Like you just, I think it's that feeling of like, oh, if that was me, I'd feel really bad right now. And seeing it, like it's like almost like an out of body experience, kind of, because you're viewing it from the lens of an outsider, but then you're imagining yourself in that situation. So then you're just like, oh shit, I wouldn't want to be in that guy's shoes. You know what I'm saying?
So is it just that your imagination is so vivid that you could
Maybe
is that what
it
it
just
is?
runs too fucking wild. Maybe I'm too invested in it. Maybe I'm just watching a terrible social interaction for too long. That's
Yeah.
mainly on me. So I got to get the fuck out of here. But I mean, if I have no choice, like if I'm like on a bus or on the metro and there's a couple there and they start arguing and the woman gets up and starts yelling at him, maybe not putting hands on him yet, but just starts yelling at him, emasculating him. Like I'm just like, you know, that's my reaction.
Okay.
And
So
there's not like there's really nowhere I can go on this metro
but if you
except
could
further
go,
down.
if you could go, you would go.
Yeah. I don't want to watch that. You want to watch that?
I'll be with all of that.
Seth,
I'll be with all of that. I'm like, hey,
Seth was watching like
if it start looking like somebody about to pull out or something, like, you know, it's about to get violent, then okay,
right.
that's different.
Yeah.
But if I mean, nah, I love all of that. Somebody, you know, I love when people drop stuff in the restaurant or something.
Oh my God, bro!
Somebody about to
explore that.
Somebody about to lose their job. You about to lose your job. I said, you about to lose your job.
Lose your job, eh?
You
better lose your job. You about to lose.
Nah, I thrive off of that. I think I prosper in those kind of environments. Like
oh my God,
I will make an excuse to get closer and to peep what's going on. I was like, oh shoot, drop my fork. It don't really.
Hey, you got a stronger stomach than me, man. You got a way stronger stomach than me.
I got a bigger one, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's secondhand embarrassment. I don't think I could. I feel like I'll be like, dang, that sucks, but it won't get to a point where I'm gonna look away. Like if a kid messes up or something, I'll be like, dang, that's crazy. But I'm still finna watch because it's entertaining. Like, take your lumps, homie. We all been there. But if it's something sad, if it's sad, then I'm not finna, you know, like if somebody
you're not gonna laugh at. I mean, I would hope you're not fucking laughing at that. You, goddamn.
No, I wouldn't. Nothing sad or gory. Like I remember like because you said like you had to look away or walk away. I remember when I was in junior high, we was playing basketball, and this kid, I just remember his last name was Stone, and it was ironic because of what's about to happen. He was riding his bike. he was riding his bike and we was playing basketball and people was playing football. And I guess the football was going to where he was going and he was on his bike riding fast. So then he broke, like he hit the brakes and he fell forward and he was right in front of me, bro. He went over his handlebars, fell forward, but he was a big kid. So when he fell, the brake, the little brake bar, whatever you call it, little silver, it went right into his thigh. Like it went right, it poked a hole in his thigh. And when I tell you, like, it happened right, and he fell, and then he was like, huh. And then he looks down, and then he was like he started freaking out. And when he started freaking out, we all started freaking out. We was like, like we start running around and stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then we ran and got a teacher, and I had to walk away because I didn't want to see it. But then when the ambulance got there, I did walk up because I wanted to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They cut his shot. I just remember. I just remember we, like, everybody was, super like scared that it happened. And then when they had to cut his shorts so that they could get to because it was like a hole just in his leg and blood was pouring out. When they cut his shorts, I just remember hearing one of my homies in the back say, "Damn, blood, he wearing tidy whities."
Oh, no.
Bro, they cut his shorts. This fool had tidy whities on, bro. Like, it was like, bro, you're not wearing no boxers. And that's so funny. I ain't thought about this in forever. But I just remember one of the homies like, "Damn, blood, you wearing tidy whities," and everybody started laughing. And I was like, they had to cut his shorts off, bro. They cut his whole shorts off, bro. This fool's in his tidy whities. His cheeks was showing. His
ties, doing him so dirty right
his Awangas was showing, bro. We was just like, why you tidy whities? Oh man, he was over there. He was over there holding the teacher's hand like he was about to die. He was like,
"No, stop it, bro."
Hey, but it was hella blood. It was hella blood on the ground. I ain't gonna lie. It looked crazy. Like it was crazy,
man.
Yeah. So
well, shit. He almost died on the bike, and then he fucking died after. God damn, socially he died because y'all motherfuckers is ruthless. I remember he goes back, "Hey man, you okay? Are you still wearing dantaras, bro? You got some fucking briefs on now, bro."
Like, dude, that wouldn't have happened if he had. It wouldn't have happened if he had boxers on. You know what I'm saying?
yo, kids are fucking diabolical to each other, bro. I swear to God.
Dog, swear.
Yo, y'all could be close to death, and y'all will focus on the wrong thing and make a fucking joke about it. I swear to God, kids are so ruthless, man.
Dog. That wasn't me, though. It wasn't me. It was.
It wasn't me, but I was there.
Oh man! Shout out to Stone. I don't know his first name. I forgot. Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to the cringe levels. Cringe. Oh yeah, like I said, the more Marcus kept asking me, "What is your level of cringe?" Cringe. I'm like, the word cringe makes me cringe a little bit. It's just annoying, but I don't think I understand what cringe actually means.
That's because it's been done to death, but yeah, okay. I get it.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what does make me cringe? Lady perverts. You know what I'm saying? We does this.
Yeah.
We does this.
Yeah. Let's go. What they talking about, bro?
Did you wanna read the tweet from the stream?
Sure. Yeah. So just for a little context, who is this? This some dude posted up pictures of his son, at the waterfall. And I guess some aunties out here are like praying on the boy, okay? Not praying for him, they're praying on him. They're plotting on him. So the tweet goes, "Bruh, crazy ladies on Instagram going after my son after I posted pics of him for his 18th birthday. Aunties, cougars, mamas out here wilding out." And one of them goes, "So what? This auntie get a chance now that he's legal? Just kidding. Yikes." The other one says, "Okay, baby boy, he's 18 now. Kissy face emoji. We rather have him over the dad. LOL. Goddamn ladies, y'all are wilding." What the fuck was that? Okay, good and goddamn well if the situation was reversed, it's automatically, "You're a disgusting pig. Go to jail, you fucking bitch. I don't know. You fucking pervert. Go, get out of here. But hey, it's hard to really. Well, no, it's not hard to talk about it just because they're women. No, it's also fucking disgusting for y'all too.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot of double standards out here that have been that have just been created over the years. And it's like, it's systemic at this point.
Society. Yeah,
society. When you look at just the way people view men and women in different aspects, stuff like this is an issue that people don't really consider an issue. Yeah. But I remember in high school, one of the teachers had proposed to us. He was like, because a lot of the kids, and I wasn't vocal in this class because I was with a bunch of elder classmen. Like I was the only young like freshman or sophomore, I think. But a lot of the kids was like, "Nah, men can't get raped." That was the thought process. Crazy. That was the thought process, and the teacher
and even back then, you thought that was crazy when you heard that?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I agreed with him because there was like, what dude would say, because we kids, right. I was probably 14, and the kids that I was with, they were just like, men can't get raped, what man doesn't want sex, and the teacher and the teacher was listening to it, and you could tell he'd obviously heard this every year that he taught whatever lesson we was on. And then he was like, okay, so imagine you're tied up and 4 women are raping you. What would you do? And then the guy was like, I'd enjoy it. And it was like, he was like, okay, but imagine this. And this is kind of messed up. Now that I think about it, I didn't say this, but he was like, now imagine the 4 women were 400 pounds each. Now, what would you feel like? And the kid was like, hell no, hell no. And I just remember he started running around the classroom like, nah, get the hell up out of here, teach. Nah, hell no. And he started, whatever. But that kind of got the point across that, that is not a good situation. But I say that to say a lot of people still think like men can't get raped and women predators don't exist. And we're and the whole idea of like, oh, if you reverse it, I think that's just because that's how the world has been for so long, right. I think we're in that like like just the enlightenment phase of like correcting our behaviors that have been passed down to be like, this actually isn't cool either. Like the other side, like men preying on little girls, that's not cool. But also women preying on little boys is not cool because that's how we've looked at it. Like a 18-year-old getting a 50-year-old or whatever with money, everybody would be like, they would applaud him for that. But it's just as bad. But we just don't see it like that. Because we were growing. Like since kids, we've grown up to believe certain things that weren't true, and now that we're adults, we kind of take those as truths when really it's freaking disturbing.
It's freaking it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I remember me and the Uso. I'm not gonna say his name, but me and the Uso went to. It was in Samoa. We went to a homegirl's house. We were all chilling with their sisters. I'll tell you who they were. But we're chilling with her and her sisters, just hanging out. I think we're drinking and shit. And then I forget how it gets to that point, but she was like, dudes cannot be raped. And if our dudes, men cannot be raped. And I was like, what the fuck? And so we got into a heated discussion about that. And then she says, if there are men who, if he doesn't enjoy it, then he's gay. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, what? What? This is 2014, bitch. What the fuck are you doing? What is this? What kind of crazy shit is this? Like, bro, you're wilding right now. Like, so it's even other women who are saying shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, you're all weird. All of y'all are weird. Men, women, weirdness doesn't it doesn't discriminate. Okay? I don't care about your gender. You know what I'm saying? Weird is weird. Yeah. And your aunties out here wilding, waiting for this dude to turn legal. Man, y'all are gross too.
Even if it's disgusting. Even if it's in joking manner, Like the fact that we could joke about it just proves
Mm-hmm.
that it's not as big of an issue as it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's that. Even the way I'm gonna say it like this too. Even the way he posted about it, I don't think he was upset
Right.
enough because he posted
Right.
it with
Yep.
laughing
I was
emojis
thinking the
and
same
shake.
thing. Yeah.
It wasn't it wasn't as protective as you would hope
Mm-hmm.
because he some part of him is probably proud that his son is 18 pulling all these adult women.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a bad, that's like a thing to brag about. But
Right.
yeah, like so it shows that the women in this situation are wrong, and even the man, even the dad,
Yeah.
to some extent, has some learning to do, or has
Yeah.
maybe he
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to bring drama to it or whatever. But I would assume, like I would confidently assume that he doesn't really find it that wrong, you know,
Right.
because if this is somebody who did, they'd be like name and shame.
Yeah.
They'll be putting him out there and just being like, "This is disgusting."
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, crazy ladies on Instagram going after my son after I posted pics of him for his 18th birthday, laughing emojis.
Yeah.
Aunties, cougars, mamas out there wilding out.
Yeah. He
Uh,
wasn't. He
yeah.
wasn't taking it too seriously. And it opened the door for people to bring in more weird shit to him. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
he wasn't. Yeah. He wasn't concerned enough.
yeah, I think we're just in that that phase of learning,
Yeah.
like learn, like or unlearning, relearning. Like some of the stuff we grew up on was
It's a
really,
lot. It's mixed.
yeah.
Unlearning, relearning, yeah. But also learn this, ladies. Y'all are gross too for doing shit like that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let up off the guy. Okay? He just turned 18. All right, and he doesn't want y'all old saggy asses. Okay? Knock it off.
uh, or he might.
Jesus.
You never know.
Oh my
This
god, bro. Just shut up,
hey,
dude.
he's a man. He can choose what he wants. He's grown. Uh,
Oh my god.
oh, so this topic, right? It is kind of related, but not really, but somewhat. So I wanted to lump them together. There was a situation on Twitter. A dude named Jake Shields. He's very
Mm,
problematic. He's very conservative, right leaning. He had a tweet, and I'm gonna paraphrase because I don't have the tweet in front of me. But he said, rape is one of the worst, one of the worst things in the world. People who commit rape should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. They should be punished. They should be buried under the jet. Basically he's saying the rape is
all of
terrible.
those. Right.
And he said, false rape allegations should be charged just as heavily. And I mean when you read it, right, it sounds good. It sounds like the idea of if you commit something or if you lie about committing something, it should go hand in hand, right? So on paper,
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. Uh oh wait, what did you think when you first heard it? Because yeah.
Well, I don't want to equate the two as the same, but I mean, the damage that can be done from a false allegation can be really bad to an innocent person. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying? So there definitely has to be accountability for that. I feel like there should be some kind of punishment, but to make them equal in
mm-hmm,
terms of punishment is kind of crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? One is an allegation, the other is, it actually happened.
mm-hmm,
So we should probably punish accordingly.
mm-hmm.
But as far as false accusations, yeah, there should definitely be some kind of punishment for that.
No,
I've
that's
always
what he
felt
was
like,
saying. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
yeah,
He
I've
wasn't
always
saying,
felt
yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm. So
but I just don't know if making them equal or the same as far as like, punishment should be a thing.
mm-hmm,
That's a little too crazy. But then like I said, the consequences from a false one, especially for someone innocent, can be truly bad. So I don't know how to measure
mm-hmm,
the proper kind of punishment for that, because you don't truly know how that person's going to end up after a false allegation that proves to be, false.
mm-hmm.
I can't predict that. But 9 times out of 10, it's not fucking good,
Yeah. Uh,
So
the thing about this, right, is it looks good on paper. Like even hearing it, it's like, okay, that makes
right.
sense. It's tit for tat type of thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but what this tweet and what these people who agree with this tweet, what they don't understand is everything is not what it seems on paper. And the
Okay.
justice system and just the swaying, like the way that the judges sway, or not even judges, you even get into like police reports, rape kits, and just the way that people discourage you from, like if they know somebody, they discourage you from coming up and stepping forward, right?
Yeah.
Women
Are you
have
even
all
being judged by like a fair share of your peers? Like, are you even being judged fairly by them? Yeah. All right.
it,
Sorry. Go on.
it's so there have been, if you look at the history, if you do the math, the amount of rape that is happening compared to rape charges, there's significantly more like occurrences that have happened that have never been
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
reported
Yeah.
or never
Right.
been charged. People have never been charged for, right? We know this.
Right.
This it's the way that the world has always worked. It's always been in favor of
Right.
men. We've always had the upper hand when it comes to these kind of things. And so to add on to the fact that already the field isn't level for women to step up and say things,
Mm-hmm.
to add on to that, to say, and also by the way, if you hop into, if you try to go to get some justice in a game that's already tailored to be against you, and if you happen to lose, you're gonna get punished just like they would have got punished.
This is assuming that the charges that she's bringing up are real, right? And that they happen. I understand, and I don't want to take the fact away that it takes a lot of strength to come forward with an allegation, but it also takes a lot of weakness to come with a false allegation to ruin someone's life. So
Mm-hmm,
your scenario is great, but that's assuming that the woman that you're talking about in general,
mm-hmm,
her allegations and her accusations, one, are true and they're proven to be true. But for the ones that just are coming with some bullshit that are proven to be false,
mm-hmm.
that's different.
I'm
I feel like
saying,
your solution is it rings, what you're saying rings true for people whose accusations are true, bro.
mhm. I'm
But it
saying,
definitely, yeah, the ones
I'm
that are true, yeah, definitely get swept under the rug and shit because we've been in power for so long and we control the narrative and things like that.
no,
Society.
I'm saying there have been issues where women have been raped, come forward with evidence and have still been found, like the men have still
Not
been found not
okay.
guilty. That
There we go.
that
Okay.
the there's studies on that to show that that situation where a woman has
Mm,
actually been raped but still been denied justice is
there we go.
way it's a
Okay.
way more a common occurrence than a false allegation. People are
Yeah.
harping
Okay.
on,
See. Yep. Okay.
so
I,
that's what
I
I'm
believe
saying,
that.
like we it sounds great on paper, but that's
Mhm.
only if everything works the way it's supposed to work. And we
And it
know for a
doesn't.
fact that the justice system, it has its biases, it
Mhm.
has its favor leaning, it has it plays favoritism, and
Yeah.
so it would just be adding on to the burden of women that already are in a system that don't favor them at all.
Okay.
Especially in this
Yeah.
aspect.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to put that out there because it was kind of like it's somewhat related, but also just I just seen so many people saying, "Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that's yeah, we should definitely
I
charge
think
them."
I think the part of punishing false accusations is
Mhm,
cool, but that point that you just said, where women are bringing very true accusations where it really happened and people still shut them down, that's the real problem. That's
yeah,
what people need to think about, and they're not. And I
yeah,
think that's pissing you the fuck off because people don't think of that part of that whole thing,
and it
and
and it
that definitely rings true. And I'm sure the numbers match, bro. They have to.
yeah, like just you just think about men in power, men with influence.
Mm-hmm.
You think about the situation like Brock Turner, where that fool was
Oh, fuck
literally
him.
caught raping someone and got 6 months because
Yeah.
they didn't want to derail his life. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, bro. Like, so with this situation, I just wanted to touch on it. I know, we don't have a big following on the Patreon, but for anybody listening who might have seen that tweet and were just like, yeah, that makes sense. We should definitely it's a lot bigger than that. Things ain't always what it seems on paper, and in a perfect world, that would be a great situation. But the fact of the matter is, we don't live in a perfect world. All these judges, most of these jurors, most of these defendant, the prosecutors, whatever, cops that take the rape charge, like at the very beginning of the situation being reported on, all of them are most likely males with male biases, with preconceived notions of how things work, and you go from there. So yeah, no, I just wanted to get in there real quick.
Yeah, that's what she said. Oh, wow.
That
was tasteless. That was tasteless. I'm sorry.
You're gonna crawl into your skin now, bro.
I should, bro. That was disgusting. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
It's like he didn't learn anything.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, if we're gonna be anything, if we're gonna do anything, we're gonna keep it real. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's it. We can only be us. We can only share our truths.
Yeah. Change gonna come.
Yeah.
Change gonna come, okay? It's gonna come, all right?
Speaking of change, it seems that change is not always easy for a lot of people. A lot of people thought that Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, aka Love, aka Sean Combs, they thought he had changed. He was in the headlines for giving his artists their masters back. And for those of y'all that aren't familiar with music, your masters is basically your rights to your songs. And when you have the rights to your songs, you can lease them out to people to use on commercials. You start getting royalties for every time it's played on the radio or streaming. You get all of these, back end benefits. And Diddy has been ridiculed over the years because a lot of his artists have complained, that he just used and abused them. And so news came out probably last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, that Diddy was announcing he was giving back all his masters back to the artists that he had signed in the past. And I don't know about present, but in the past. And then Aubrey O'Day of Day 26, she came out, and I think she's like a
No. You're not about to do her like that. That's Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane.
Oh, Danity Kane. I'm tripping. My fault.
You're not about to do her like that.
It's because the O'Day, Day 26, my fault. But damn, bro, I didn't know he was a Danity Kane.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Damn.
Like, you see my cape on. My cape out here for Danity Kane, bro.
Why
Bring him back.
Why you just bang on me like that, bro? He didn't have to do that with all that aggressiveness, bro. Like you could have toned that down a bit. Like, I'm scared. Hold on. Why you doing so smooth? Why you doing so smooth, bro? Don't you ever be that smooth in front of me, bro. Don't you dare. He's trying to. Hey, but check this out. You ain't finna do that to Aubrey O'Day in front of my face. Why you do that? Like, you mean Danity Kane? Like, damn. Is she about to watch this? Is that why you did that?
Yeah, bro. We keep in contact. Holy shit. Are you talking about it? She's been telling me about this situation for months, man. It's crazy.
Are you a big Danity Kane fan? Is that why?
Not even. I just remember the show. At Day 26, they was always fighting his shit.
That was the dudes.
Danity Kane looked like they were poised to take over the world. Yeah, that was the dudes.
Poised to take over the world.
Like they looked like they were going to take over the world, and then Diddy just does them dirty again.
Oh, my.
Diddy always doing them dirty. Fucking
what? Diddy does them dirty.
Yeah, Diddy does some dirty.
Oh,
dirty.
What songs do they have, Danny? I know they got some bangers, but I just forgot.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I can't recall off the top. I don't know why I banged on you like that. I can't even think of a Danity Kane song off the top of my head.
Hey, man, you ain't finna do that to no Aubrey O'Day in front of my face. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
gotta chill out, dog. We just trying to
Yo,
read the thing, okay?
Yo, you and Diddy were being disrespectful to fucking
Oh
Danny
my
Kane,
god.
okay?
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Tank Top Marcus is different. Yo.
I know I'm showing too much arm right now, bro.
Tank Top Marcus is different. Look at this guy, yo. Calm down, Suge Knight. I'm sorry.
Oh shoot.
So, anyways, Aubrey O'Day of Danity Kane. My bad.
Yeah.
Apologize. Please forgive me. Please.
Yeah.
She came out. I think she's on a TV show or so. I thought that's what you was gonna say. Like, don't even say she part of a TV. You know she on The View. Like, I thought
yeah. Damn, Aubrey O'Day's on The View. Goddamn.
Nah, I don't know. It looks like The View, but she came out and said, "Yeah, Diddy offered everybody their masters, but he also said that in order to get the masters, you have to sign an NDA claiming to never speak ill on Diddy or Bad Boy ever again."
Yeah. Let them know
What
what
do
an
you?
NDA is. Yeah, NDA, man, the non-disclosure agreement. You cannot speak ill on Diddy anymore.
What did you think when you read this?
Fuck, I didn't really think of it too much at all. I was just like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Diddy's kind of he's kind of been terrible over the years. You said it, bro. Like, he's been ridiculed a lot over the years. And I'm just like, oh, another Diddy mistake. Like, he dropped the ball again on some other bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, damn, ever since Biggie died, he's just over here been wilding his shit.
He made
a lot of money.
I don't know why he would send the NDA if a lot of these people don't.
They're not his artists anymore.
They don't matter.
Oh,
Hey, who cares? I'm gonna be real.
Right.
Like, who cares what some of these artists? Like, I don't understand. I feel like him including an NDA, it just gives them ammo, and like what Aubrey O'Day said, and also a lot of other artists that had came out. They were like, these masters are worth nothing now. They're worth like $100 a year. You know, you've ran them into the ground for the last 20 years. You know, these songs, one of the dude, I forgot his name, but he was like, ain't nobody finna come for these 20-year-old songs to be on a movie or a TV show. Like, these masters is worth nothing. It's basically a play to just look good in the light in front of people.
Right.
But with her saying that it came with an NDA, I just feel like that gave them more ammo to shoot at him instead of accepting $100. So she explained that,
like a power play to get more money out of him. Like, what kind of
I think it was just
ammo could they use this for?
Exactly what she's doing to smut his name, to just
smut his name.
Yeah, to come out and I don't see what they gain from having these artists on the NDA when these artists could come and say something and it'll be popping for a week and then just nobody cares.
Yeah.
I think they dropped the ball with that. Whoever was in charge of handing out these masters for them to include the NDA, I think they dropped the ball. They gained nothing from a signed NDA of an artist who hasn't been popping for 20 years. They lose out on publicity, obviously, from people saying, yeah, they try to get me to sign an NDA to get these masters. So it's just a bad look, just a dumb, and then it's also just nasty. Like, it proves the point that Diddy is just a piece of crap, dog.
Yeah.
Like, literally, yeah. Like, just using and abusing these artists. It's proven time and time again. And it just keeps, you know, when somebody shows you who they really are, you should believe them. You know what I'm saying? And so this is just one of them situations. I'm still shaking as you banging on me for calling her from day 26. My hands are shaking. My legs is weak. You know, I got cold feet.
I got cold feet.
Everything is black and white. You know, a sensation in my left arm is, you know, it's going numb.
Okay, you got to call 911, bro. That's a stroke. You call 911.
You ain't finna do that to Aubrey O'Day in front of my face. She from Danity Kane. Like, why you talk to me like that? Sound like when Yugi. Remember when Yugi did the thing and then he turned into Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, and his voice changed. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Yugi. Oh, I'm Yugi. That's what you did, bro. You changed your whole voice, your demeanor.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Throw him out on the field. What?
Dark Magician.
Dark Magician. Kabuto. Who even is this motherfucker? Why does his voice gotta change too, bro?
He grew. He grew like 2 feet. You notice that?
Oh no, Well,
but he was regular.
It just goes under and makes him look taller. I didn't know he actually got taller.
He actually grew, bro. His legs got longer. His torso, you know what I'm saying? Pause.
Then why wouldn't he assume? Yeah, why wouldn't he assume that form the entire time? Why would he go back to being Yugi? Fucking weak ass nerd. What the fuck? Stay Yu-Gi-Oh forever, bro. You gain an extra 2 feet. What the fuck?
If I could wear a necklace and gain 2 feet, check this out, no. Check this out.
Are you going back to Seth? You're not gonna be. You're gonna be Sepha O, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be Sepha O forever.
Sepha O.
Sepha O. You're Sepha, and then you put the chain on it. You Sepha O, bro. About to throw Blue Eyes Crip Dragon on the field and shit, bro.
Yo, you gotta chill out.
Like, I swear to God, I swear.
I need that pyramid necklace, bro. Where it's at, dog?
And his voice gets deeper too. You're already 30 years old. I'm Sepha O.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. What are we doing?
I don't know, bro. Patriots fan killed it.
Oh, damn. Chill out, guy. Chill out. Hold on.
I'm just reading. You good? You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Yep.
You all right?
Yep.
You stop looking like that, bro.
I can't help it, bro. You went into that real fast before it got bad. But yeah, this is heavy, man. This is heavy stuff.
Don't say that, bro.
I swear to God. This is the result of someone's sports fandom getting crazy.
Let me just say this right now, man. I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big football guy.
Yeah.
You know, literally and figuratively. But man, some people be going crazy, like overboard when it comes to sports.
Man.
There was a video, or I didn't watch the video. The video, I mean, I presumed for it to be too sad, so I didn't watch it, but there was a video that showed a 53-year-old Patriots fan hitting his head after getting punched by a Dolphins fan on Sunday. Dale Mooney lost consciousness, taken to the hospital, and he passed. He had been a season ticket holder for the last 20-ish years. I think it said 30, but I'm not sure. He was there with his son. And
of course,
it just, bro, like it just, I want to touch on this because, you know, we talk about sports all the time. We get into sports a lot with the football, with the NFL back. But people gotta chill out. Yeah. Chill out, dog.
Like, what is it about like sports fandom in particular that drives people crazy? Like, it's like, you know, I'm sure every fandom has their own crazy subsect of crazy fans like this motherfucker right here. But like something about sports fans, just like they just be encroaching on each other, on the players, like privacy and shit, acting like they can't be touched. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think? Before I answer, what do you think?
It's fucking crazy. As someone who, I mean, I'm just a casual sports fan, so I'll never truly understand why someone would get so like wrapped up in sports to the point where they punching, you know, a rival team's fan. You know what I'm saying? A fan of the rival team. Like, I'll never understand why that's a thing for a lot of people, apparently. But shit, you know, just being a casual sports fan. And someone like you're a diehard sports fan, but I'd never imagine you doing this to somebody wearing a Raider jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you'd imagine it.
What you said, you know, like what drives fans to be this way? Do you have an idea of what drives them, or you just are baffled?
Maybe it's just like the sense of them wanting to be a part of the team. It makes them feel like you're a part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they win, you feel like you're winning too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I understand that level of it. You know, I'm sure there's some kind of deeper issue going on, but I feel like that's at the core.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
I think I agree. I think a lot of these fans, especially the men, are living vicariously through these teams. A
Mm,
lot of these sports fans are, former athletes. They played
mm.
Pop Warner, they played high school, they played somebody that played college.
Whole bunch of
And
Uncle Ricos, bro.
yeah, and also I'm not trying to justify nothing, but also if you have a fan base where a good chunk, I don't know if I want to say majority, but a good chunk have played football,
Mm-hmm.
you are probably dealing with a good chunk of people who suffer from CTE,
Mm,
especially if they played since
mm.
childhood, like since they was
Right.
kids. You're taking kids who are like now I don't know if you know, but they're taking a lot of kids out of tackle football. They're doing a lot of the
Oh no.
7-on-7s. Everything is touch ball or flag, or they're not. A lot of people aren't signing up their kids to play in Pop Warner because you take a kid who's in his developmental stage of life and you put him in a helmet and y'all are rattling your brain around from 8, and some is like 6, from 6
Mm-hmm.
all the way until maybe they play college, maybe they don't. But you're talking about
Right.
12 years of just a full season every year of many concussions.
Mm.
And then you end up, not, maybe you don't make it. And then you're done at high school or maybe you're done at college. If there's a temperamental issue in between, like that developed between then and now, it's understandable to be like, okay, this person's brain doesn't function as normally as it should because of
Right.
all of this trauma that his head is taking all over these years. And then you
Mm-hmm.
put them in a stadium together with other
Right.
people who have also experienced that. And that's not to say, I'm not saying like everybody who's a sports fan is a football used to be a football player, because there are
Right. Of
definitely
course.
just people who just, I don't know, they live vicariously through these teams, so
There's a
they
lot of analysts who are fans, probably
yeah,
motherfucking never played it down and shit,
yeah.
journalists. You know what
But
I'm saying?
yeah, so but you look at football specifically, it's like it's a violent sport. Like
Right.
the harder you get hit, the more you get excited. And
So
maybe that's
okay.
our fault, but that is just the case. So we thrive on the violence, and then we put
Mm-hmm.
all of these people who thrive off of the violence in the stadium right next to each other.
Right.
And it's sad. It's sad that this. I'm not trying to say like we should stop something, because I don't know what the call to action would be, but I would say people gotta take a step back. It's great to be proud of your team and to be proud of how they're doing, but it ain't never that serious. You did that in front of
Yeah.
his kid. Whoever is responsible for this, bro, I hope they throw the book at her, because you
And the
literally. Oh, sorry, what you say?
literally what? No, no, no. Keep going. Literally what?
He took a dad away from the son. He took the son's dad away from him in front of him
Yeah.
over what? A football game?
Right.
Like the NFL, a lot of their advertisements, a lot of the commercials, they cater to audiences, fandoms. They hype them up, but I think they should start looking into the same way that they're trying to combat CTE with better helmets, penalties that kind of stay away from the big hits. And they're thinking about changing the kickoff situation so that people aren't running full speed, hitting each other. I think in the same sense where they're protecting the people on the field, they should also protect the people in the stands, and kind of, imagine if a commercial was like that, to where in the middle of a football game you see a commercial where something tragic happens over a football game, and then it kind of brings you back. Like I
Yeah.
think something should be
Right.
done, um NFL should partner up with somebody and just make it be clear, like they don't stand for that, and really condemn it. I know they do definitely condemn it, but to really be public about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, what was you gonna say?
Uh, just to like, how do you as like as a sports fan reconcile with the violence in football? Because you love, what I'm saying, you love football, but how do you as like a sports fan, like how are you able to separate yourself, or maybe not separate yourself, but keep watching it, knowing that a sport like this is hurting a lot of people? You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It's yeah, yeah. See,
Yo,
because
calm
what, yo,
down,
what?
Barbara Walters.
I asked that because like because there's a lot of articles on the Ringer, and a lot of it was a lot of those same authors. They're all sports writers and stuff, so they
Mhm,
cover this. That's their job, and that was the
mhm,
biggest question that they were asking, especially when Tua was going through his thing last year.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And all the
Yeah.
concussion protocols going on, like that's always the question that they brought up. Like, how do you, as the perennial sports fan, able to reconcile with the violence that you see on television every week? I don't expect you to answer. Well, I'm just saying that like that. I
Well, then
feel like
why'd you
that'll
ask me?
always be.
You could have asked the crowd. You could have asked the audience.
Well, then
Man.
it could go to the crowd too.
Nah,
Don't feel
I ain't no,
pressured to answer
I ain't
it
no
right now.
punk. Hold on, I ain't no
Yeah, I ain't
punk.
no
Hold on.
fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Reconcile. Okay.
Like,
I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it. I would probably have to give this more thought, but just off the top, um, there would. This sounds so bad. There would have to be some form of understanding, like me understanding that it is violent, it is a risk. People are going out there, but me being a fan and all of us being fans is ultimately providing a livelihood for these people. I think that's one thing. I think also, like before, like when I was younger, even 5 years ago, I didn't really care. Like I didn't really look into, it was like sports is sports. Sports is a thing. You don't
yeah,
even
injuries happen. People get hurt all the time. Yeah, it's
yeah.
easy to desensitize yourself to it because it's a part of the game.
It's
Or
yeah,
at
and
least we thought.
it's just a thing. But like now, understanding, oh, there's a lot that goes into this. Like
Right.
you see I don't know if it was Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if they blamed Aaron Rodgers' incident on the fact that it was turf, but you
Mm,
see that there's turf fields in the NFL when there's so many injuries on turf, yet it's cheaper, so they go with turf.
right.
So you have teams that are skimping out on a bill in order to save a few bucks, cut a few corners, but at the result of somebody losing a whole
Right.
year of their life in sports, a whole year of a whole year's worth of salary, all
Hmm.
because of this team that wanted to cut corners and get turf. Like you start to notice these little things behind the scenes, or maybe just in your face, but not really well known.
Yeah.
And I kind of take comfort in knowing that the NFL is moving forward into a place of progress to where they're trying to protect their players.
Mm,
And honestly, they're protecting the players by like saying, okay, no helmet to helmet. They're being real tough on helmet to helmet, and it's really the fans who are giving the pushback.
yeah.
They're like, no, man, they get paid millions of dollars. They should be able to deal with a helmet to helmet. They should be able to deal with a hard hit. I'd take $1 million, if you hit me that hard. Like, just a bunch
Yeah.
of ignorance
That's
from the
just it's
stands.
it's a part of the game. That's how it happens. That's how it goes. A lot of these
Yeah.
old heads, that was always their same argument.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my day when Emmitt Smith was playing, they was always at each other. Well, Emmitt Smith ain't playing anymore, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And
God
I bet you,
damn.
I bet you if you asked him where he would prefer to play then or now, he would say now.
Yeah.
It's more money and
Hmm.
it's less risk. But
Hmm.
we as fans, we've had it one way for so long. I think people got to understand, like, just because it's been that way, don't mean it's always, you know, it's always right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think you said how do I deal with the fact that they are, because I like UFC and they literally
Yeah.
beating each other up,
Yeah.
but
Me too. Yeah.
but you gotta, you with the UFC and also with the NFL, you gotta understand these people have put time They have put time. They have put their lives into this.
Mhm.
Like this is their life's work. This is what
Yeah.
they're passionate about. This is what they want. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I think it is a little difficult now that you propose that question because sometimes you could want something that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like me, I want some chocolate cake. That don't mean I should be
Right.
giving it because it's something that I want. But I don't know, bro. I don't think that's you threw me for a loop there, buddy.
Yes. Got him, guys. I freaking got him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have an answer for that question, or you was just thinking it?
Uh, no, fuck no, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I'll like, I mean, I'm just, like I always say, bro, I'm just a casual sports fan. So it's
Mm-hmm.
easy for me to be like, you know what, I can turn this off if I don't want to watch it. You know what I mean? And it's not even the fact that that it's a violent sport that turns me off from watching it. I just lose interest real fast,
Mm-hmm.
But I think as someone who's very into sports, I think it's pretty easy to desensitize ourselves from it,
Mm-hmm.
because we're not the ones playing, you
Mm-hmm.
know, we're not the ones out there. But once you start factoring in the fact that those are real dudes out there who
Mm-hmm.
could literally die from playing that game, like it
Mm-hmm.
just puts everything into perspective. Like, is our fandom really worth punching a 53-year-old man in the fucking head and
Mm-hmm.
killing him in front of his son? That should let you know that it's probably not. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Over a sport that people die into. Like it's all a matter of perspective and shit. So, it's pretty easy for me, but I'm sure it's a lot harder for people who watch sports religiously.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just wanted to get your opinion on that because I've always seen that question posed every time
Mm-hmm.
I was reading a Ringer article. So
Shout
shout out
out
to
to
the Ringer.
Marcus. Shout out to Marcus for being the only person in the world who still reads,
Yeah.
like reads articles. I ain't read an
Yeah.
article. I ain't, I ain't picked up a book in years. First, yeah. Before we end that topic, man, rest in peace to Dale Mooney. Thoughts and prayers to him and his family, especially his son.
Yep.
Whoever the perpetrator was, me personally, I hope they throw the book at you. I think
Hmm.
that's just unforgivable. I know you've learned from it. I would say I hope you learned, but I would assume you learned from it the instant that landed. But
Yeah.
you got to pay for your actions. So you know, hopefully the justice system can provide justice this time. And yeah,
But we know how that goes, America's
yeah,
justice system. We know how fucked up y'all can be.
yeah.
But maybe you'll do right this time.
We'll see. We'll see. For
Yeah.
the last topic of the day, did you want to get to this or
Which one?
the?
Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. How long have we
Okay.
been going though?
I don't know, y'all. Hey, shout out to the Oos on the Patreon. He said, "Hey, man, I need 2 hour episodes." I'm like,
Yeah, for real. Hell yeah, that's right. Yeah, we could definitely.
yeah, we need to get a team to get more topics so that we don't have to be scrambling. But yeah, we'll
Yeah.
figure that out. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we could definitely get into this last one, bro. Yeah.
So episode 50 just dropped. This
Mm,
is Patreon episode number 25. I didn't realize we started the Patreon like halfway up, 25 to fit. Yeah.
man.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so 50 episodes in podcast.
Hmm.
What have you learned in 50 episodes about podcasting? Because we've got so many people asking us, yo, how did you start? What do y'all do? What do y'all use? What programs do y'all use? What equipment?
Hmm.
Got a lot of people chiming in saying, yo, can I be a part of the podcast? I love what y'all doing.
Hmm.
Um, just a lot of people interested in this space because it's relatively new. Like podcasting is relatively new. I know I
But it's
first heard about it like,
blowing up.
I don't even, bro, I don't even listen to music anymore. I
Yeah.
honestly don't. I listened to an album one time. I've
Hmm.
like I said, I dropped an album and I haven't even
Yeah.
talked about it on the public podcast yet.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
keep
We made it a
forgetting.
point to do that too.
I keep forgetting, bro. Like, but I will sit on here and text about podcasting topics, and it's just fun. It's just innovating. It's a new space.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody's interested. So we're 50 episodes in. I read an article, not an article, but I read a post that said, if you are past episode 13 of a podcast, you are officially in the top 99 percentile of podcasting because most podcasts
Ooh.
die. at episode 12 or below. So we've
Mm,
done that over and over. So what would you
yeah.
say you've learned in 50 episodes of podcasting about podcasting?
Mm. Let's see. I learned the power of consistency
Mm,
because
mm,
we had we've already said it, right? We had an old version of the show where
mm,
we would come out with an episode like every couple of months, and we thought that would suffice. Well, I mean, shit. Obviously we were going through our shit or whatever,
yeah.
but we thought that was okay. We thought it was okay to just, oh well, we have a big topic going on Poly Twitter. Let's record right now, and then a couple months would go by, like, hey, something else happened. We should do it right now. But doing this
Mm-hmm,
consistently every week has just shown me, that whole thing about consistency that everybody keeps harping on about. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
How important it is, and you've been saying it for years as far as your music. And like, I'm learning that you can apply everything that you do outside the podcast world into what we're doing now, which is consistent content, which
mm-hmm,
is, well thought of topics and things like that. This show has just taught me the power of consistency. um learning about, like, I'm being more open to other people's opinions now.
mm-hmm,
you know just reading everybody's comments about stuff, like the engagement. I'm learning about, like, the business side of all of this too. How important audience engagement is. Trying to give out, like, like the best message to the people out there. Being one with our listeners and stuff, catering to our listeners.
mm-hmm,
It's a mix. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. There's so much that just goes into it that I never realized when we were doing it the first time, that I thought we could scrape by with our first version of the show.
mm-hmm.
But that's definitely not the case, man.
Not at
If
all.
it and like if you think that you can just talk in front of a microphone with your homie and that'll be the entire episode, like, that'll be the entire show, that's
Mm-hmm,
not going to be the way to go either.
mm-hmm,
Like, I'm learning that there are just certain things that you need to do to make yourself stand out in
mm-hmm,
order to be a lasting podcast, because a lot of these creators just go on and do, like, an episode every couple of weeks with their homies and shit, and they think that they just treat it like some kind of roundtable talk, like, is them, just talking with cameras on. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Like, just regular casual, just like, and honestly boring.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just very boring and uninteresting. So I'm learning in order for you to try to succeed or get a foot in, you know what I'm saying? Be consistent and be consistent and be entertaining in what you're
mm-hmm,
doing. You know what I'm saying? It goes a long way. you
mm-hmm,
know Stop treating this like it's just a discussion with your homie. Treat this as you have an audience
mm-hmm.
that is watching and listening to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Who actually give a goddamn about what the fuck we have to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not just that, but, like, they mess with us as people. And I think that's another important lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Just be who the fuck you are. Be cool.
I think
Just
I,
be cool, dude.
I think that was a big issue for us coming, like, starting.
Mm,
Is we kind of took it like, oh, podcasting is just when friends hang out, and this is just like a listening in on, and for some people it might be, for some relationships, maybe they're universal in that way to where everyone can just sit in on a conversation and be thoroughly entertained. But for
right.
us, we had to learn, like, even though we want to be authentically ourselves, it still takes some structure, some
Mm-hmm.
direction, some guidance. Like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
what we do is definitely we just riffing off of each other. We going off on tangents and we talking about things, but there's also, like, we've never really talked about it, but there's also, like, you have to be aware that you're an entertainer, that you're entertaining people. Like, because sometimes when we talking, uh I'll chime in, like, on the podcast, and I'll just ask you, like I was talking about earlier, like, oh, would you do that if you were a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
just something totally outrageous that I know for a fact you finna catch it. Like, if I don't want to say that, but I know,
Right.
because if I throw it, you finna get, I understand, our relationship in a way to where I know if I throw the bait out there, you know exactly what to do with it. And I think it's wonderful the way that our podcast works, because we just understand each other to where
Yeah.
I could I could say something, and I'm like, oh, he's finna take it this way. Okay, let's do that. And then we do it without conversing about it without planning it. It's just I know what he's gonna do. He knows what I'm gonna do, and it really makes a difference between this and like another podcast where people are just talking. You know, you got lulls in the conversation. You got a random, just a random memory, or sometimes I'm very guilty of that, throwing in a story that has nothing to do with nothing and it's not entertaining. I definitely had to cut that out. But we learning, and I think a lot of these podcasts that want to start, they got to understand that you do want to be authentic, you do want to be yourself, you do want to be normal and natural, but you also got to understand you're not normal and natural when you're in front of a camera. You got an audience you got to be considerate about. You got people that are like we got the Patreon. Shout out to everyone on the Patreon, man. We appreciate y'all. We understand that y'all are paying for a service, and we definitely have to deliver. So yeah, I think people gotta take it seriously. They can't just sit in front of a camera and talk. They gotta be thought out. They gotta be planned. They gotta be thought out and planned while also being improvised and natural. It's just it's a fine balance. It's a fine line to balance on, but I think we're doing a great job and we're just getting better. But yeah, 50 episodes.
I know. That's a lot. I just have to say, like, I think chemistry is important too. All those things that all those things that you brought up, like that comes from years of friendship. You know what I'm saying? That comes from years of friendship. And there are times like there are times where I haven't talked to this dude in like weeks, months. You know what I'm saying?
There have been years.
There had been years, like periods where I was just disappearing off the face of the earth.
There have been years where I haven't heard of Marcus, and then he just pops in. Hey, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, it's a certain just chemistry with the people that you're doing the show with that like there's no substitute for that. There's nothing you can really like, you can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that was a struggle for me too, like in the beginning, like, oh, we have to be our authentic self,
I remember.
Yeah, it's like, man, I don't like that. That's not me. But then I realized that it is me. It's all this is all us. Like this is all us, just turned up to 11. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all us, and I think that's important. It's chemistry, and just being your authentic self. Like if you have a problem with that, like if you think you're gonna have a problem with that, you're probably not. You'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? But 50 episodes of this shit.
When we started doing the topic list, where like we started doing topics, we both were like, man, this is dumb. We should just talk.
Yeah, for real.
And now we don't have a topic list. We're like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, and then we end up just talking, and then they come out of nowhere. It's like, bro, like,
it's a nice balance that we found, like nice middle ground between improvising and structure.
Yeah, and just bullshittery, because we just be screwing around too goddamn much on this thing.
And also what you brought up about schedule, I think that's also helped us a lot. Every Monday and Tuesday, 10 a.m. We're on the horn. We get on Zoom, we talk, and then we start recording. Marcus does all of the behind the scenes work in terms of getting the content up. He uploads everything. He writes the descriptions. I'm more so the promotion, I guess. I post all the clips and try to get us viral.
Yeah, the marketing guy, man. We got a marketing department, okay? We out here.
And so, and then Thursday nights we record the mailbag now. More recently, So I think getting a schedule down. Even if the chemistry isn't there yet, even if the content isn't there yet, to have a schedule, I think that's the foundation. And then everything else, if you work on it, it'll be so much easier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Did you
stay the course? Keep going, man. Stay the course. Keep going. Go past 12 episodes. Apparently, that's the fucking cutoff. Get past 12 episodes, and you'll be okay. Find some goddamn structure too. That was the hardest part. Remember, you were like, man, that's too militant, man. This is too militant, man.
We were
like, I was harping, on about it. Like, bro, we need structure. I think it was the discipline part. Oh, there goes that fucking word again. Discipline. You know what I'm saying? We had to discipline ourselves to stick to, a structure and a schedule. And it's worked out swimmingly, bruh. Yeah. Okay.
We here 50 episodes, 25 Patreon episodes, 4 mailbag episodes. Man, we in there, bro.
Come on, we in there, dog. I mean, we just might come out with another one to make it an even 4 episodes because we out here working. Are y'all working? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shout out to everybody on the Patreon, man. If y'all listening to this is exclusively for the Patreon, so we appreciate y'all. Other than that, though, man, at Oh Hello Marcus, at Sefa M, at the Polytickin podcast. I don't even think we need to do that because anybody on the Patreon probably is keeping up with us. So thank y'all for subscribing, you know. And we're gonna work on the second hour episode. We're gonna figure something out, Oos.
Come on, Oos. We gonna get that going, bro. We'll figure it out. Yeah, ditto from me. I ain't got nothing else except thank you. You know, y'all are still here. I think this has been like another hour and a half episode. We just been bullshitting for another hour and a half, but I don't give a damn. This is the Patreon, okay? I don't give a god damn. Appreciate y'all for still being here and rocking with us, man. You know what it is. Got anything else?
That's it, bro. Take us out.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Patreon, you friggin' nerds. I'm Marcus, that's Cepha, episode 25. Go far.
Yeah,